Hey guys, how's it going? Another week, another banner. This time we have the Dijeh in here, and it is, yeah, it is good. The Dijeh is pretty much a beast when it comes to having a long-range shotgun, and we'll get into that here in a second. But let's go ahead and check out the video and see what it can do from this. And with that long-range shotgun, I mean it has a shrapnel bazooka as a sub-weapon. Now this doesn't behave the same as normal shrapnel bazookas. I think they might fire it off once, but it has the Shiki beam rifle. It has a really nice practical downswing. Leave it to Amuro to do that. There we go. There was the shotgun, essentially from the shrapnel bazooka. And yeah, there was its downswing. Borrowing that line from Gustav, that Amuro would have a practical downswing instead of the other Naginata swings. But yeah, overall, this is a insanely solid suit. It is pretty big, so it's pretty easy to hit. So the wing buffer skill is on there so that you take less damage from that. But it has maneuver armor, it has dodge roll. It does have force injector just level 1, so not the good one. But it has even less thrust consumption when you're moving fast and or jumping. Again, maneuver armor, dodge roll, it's crazy. It's got everything. So it has tons of skills, and essentially it has a shotgun that's long range. Now, from what I can tell, the shrapnel part of it fires. The rocket itself is shorter range, but where the rocket stops and it shotguns out from goes out even farther than a normal shrapnel bazooka, from what I can tell. And I mean, it staggers with one solid hit. So it's pretty much a comfort with a long range shotgun, and that's not glass cannon as far as that's concerned, as far as the shotgun part of it. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this might be a little too strong, and it can combo from a really long range, and I feel like this is going to be too punishing to raids. And yes, I'm a support player, but I feel like this could be a little too much for raids to deal with, and that it could be a little too punishing and easy, just dagger them and wreck their face. It seems like it has a very solid amount of damage as well with everything else. It has the Shiki beam rifle, so you can follow up with that very easily, or flip it around. But I would say, as far as, because this is a stagger based on stagger buildup from a shotgun, you do that with the shrapnel bazooka. Also, again, it has a slower uptime for the bazooka, but it has 3 shots and that's it. My response would be give it 4 shots, give it a bit of a damage bump, and make it act like a normal shrapnel bazooka. But that's pretty much my take on it. So overall, though, really solid suit. Definitely probably a good one to spin on if you're wanting a general that can be up to 600. By the way, it is 500 or 550 and 600 cost. And yeah, it's, like I said, really solid suit. Then we have the normal suit. There you go. And in the lottery now, the GBO1 FB level 2 and the GBO2 MLRS level 2. Also, they added the Peasant Dewage level 4. Peasant Dewage still really solid suit. Even at 550, I could see it doing some work. 500 for sure. 550 might be questionable a little bit, but its combo is definitely a stun machine. So, I mean, really good players. I definitely fear that playing Dom Barrage. So I could definitely see that still carrying a little bit over into 550, but I think it might be a little outclassed overall. But you can still make it work. The MLRS, by the way, guys, I just got the MLRS level 1. That's kind of why my voice might sound a little bit hoarse, because I freaked out on stream. It's GBO2. I've said it before. I said it, I think, when I talked about the GBO2 being in the ticket shop from the Beam Bazooka 1 level 1. It is probably one of my top 5 favorite suits in all of Gundam, period. This is every series. So I'm happy I finally got the level 1. I'm going to be going for the level 2 this week. I already did one 10 spin, didn't get it. I'm going to do another 10 spin by the end of the week, because I got, I think, 14 tokens right now. So I should be able to get that in as long as I get all my dailies, and we'll be good to go. Moving on to the next part here, we'll go ahead and talk about the step up. So the way this step up works is, from what it sounded, is you kind of got to pick is what they were making it sound like, and we ended up being wrong on how this works. So what you do is the first step, you have the chance of getting the Gundam level 4, the Zeong, or the Zoc. Step level 2, get the GPO1, GPO1 FB, GPO2 Beam Bazooka, and GPO3 Daemon. And then step 3 is Zeta category with the Mark II level 1, the Hakushiki level 1, the Rick Diaz level 1, and the Super Gundam level 1. So overall, Zoc, really solid suit. It is 450 as a base cost. Zeong, I mean, that's my Zeong cheese. I do it all the time in space. That's what's carried me to A minus, almost to A now. The Gundam level 4 is, I mean, it's always a solid suit. They keep trying to buff it to keep it somewhat of a solid choice. I know there's just a few people out there that really like their Gundam and their Hyper Hammer. So, in Stardust Memory, GPO1 just got buffed. It's really solid. There's some crazy people in the GPO1 FB that I can't even, like, they're so good. So that's a crazy 550 space suit. But yeah, it does have a skill cap. But yeah, when you see somebody use it, it's just bouncing all over the place with their overboost. It is insane. The Beam Bazooka, I just talked about it. It's one of my favorite suits. I'm loving it so far. I will say, though, with this new suit in, I mean, the Dijeh is pretty solid. So, kind of scared, actually, for my Beam Bazooka. But I'm still going to run it. It is one of my favorite suits. So, we'll see what happens in some 550 games. I hopefully might get 1 or 2 in against it tomorrow before we do the podcast. But anyway, the Stamen... also insanely solid suit. That was pretty much the go-to 550 general for the longest time until Mark II. Mark II is really good. Hyakushiki's a really solid raid. They just gave it a little bump. It, in my opinion, needed it and maybe a little more. But yeah, Hyakushiki's really good with the second dodge roll. So definitely a good suit. Rick Diaz, I love the Rick Diaz. You can't go wrong with that one. Now that is no, I believe that is a 500 cost, actually. So yeah, Rick Diaz, really solid. And the Super Gundam is my yellow for the Zeong cheese, and I can get the same base killing cheese with the Super Gundam. Love that suit. So that's that. We'll go ahead and take a look at this since we kind of already talked about it. Here we go, the level 2. Everything's in. You get a higher chance of getting both of them. Again, I love the MLRS. I just played 2 games with it, and I'm already in love with it. It is fantastic. I'm so glad to have it. Like, yelling that much was worth it. I'm going to get plenty of sleep here in a few minutes. So, feels really good. And again, the FB, like I said, there's some crazy people out there who just are just amazing with the FB. And seeing that there's a level 2 for it, oof, that's kind of scary to see. And at least it's now in the actual ticket, or sorry, token supply drop, so you can go ahead and get that way. And having the level 2 in there as well, that is a very space superiority type suit, and yeah, definitely one that you could definitely go for and do some work with. Real quick, I'll go ahead and cover this. They're pushing back the rescheduling of clan matches all the way till May now. And I don't know, we'll see if it gets pushed back even further. So I guess they're having some issues still with the clan ranked. But yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. At least they've already put in the ground assault GM into the lottery. So moving on. In the ticket shop, we got the level 1 GPO3 Stamen and the level 3 Gotcha. Stamen, again, it was the staple till the Mark II came out for being the best general 550 suit. And the Gotcha is, I mean, it's a solid suit. It's surprisingly better than what I think a lot of people give it credit for. The missiles are really good at staggering. Its hammer is a knee stagger, and it's just crazy long range. And then its melee is nothing to joke about. So if it gets in there, it gets a lot of damage. Here we go. We got the Mark for the FB. That's kind of cool. In the DP store, we got the Zaku Commander Type Level 2. And we got its weapons in there as well. I believe the axes for the weapons in the DP store. So, Again, we covered the clan stuff, and here's what you got for the weekend stuff. Your typical mix-up, and then mix-up with rotation for simple, and then mix-up with rotation for target shuffle. But anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and rest my voice a bit and get some awesome sleep. Like I said, MLS was so good. The Dijeh is a really good suit. I mean, it might be a little too good because of the shrapnel bazooka, so maybe they tweak that. I'm kind of hoping they do. Again, I'm all for raids getting some kind of nerf, but I still want to have some kind of balance when it comes to how it feels. But, you know, I don't want to let my support bias get too far in the way. But anyway, guys, that'll be it for this one. Usual stuff will be down in the description below: Twitter, Twitch, Discord, that kind of thing. But anyway, guys, have a good one. Thanks for watching. Peace.